So let's spend a little bit of time doing that today, okay? I'd like to suggest 5 rules. Um, don't think I'm silly when I call them magic rules. In a way, they can work magic. If you wanted to call them something else, you could say they're 5 rules that really help us respect one another as 5th graders and as classmates in our school, okay? You could probably guess what the very first rule is, couldn't you? Because your moms and dads say it all the time. Remember to say please. Remember to say thank you. And I don't just mean when you're speaking to me or to the other teachers. That's very important when you're talking to one another as well, okay? So right now I want to say thank you to you for watching me so carefully because you're really paying wonderful attention. That's great. Good for you. A second important thing is being on time. You'll notice that your teachers always try to come to school on time. It's important that you do the same thing. It's important that when I ask you to put your pencils down and pay attention or to finish your work and start something else, it's important to try to remember to do that on time. It's a second way of showing that we respect each other because you know you don't like to wait when somebody else isn't in the circle yet for story time, for example. So try to be there on time. Okay? Those two clear? Good. A third important magic rule is what you're following right now. You're paying wonderful close attention. Really listen to each other, boys and girls. Not just when I'm talking to you, but when the teacher's assistants are talking to you, and also when other classmates are talking to you. So really pay attention to what one another is saying. That's a third sign of respect. Now, this one may seem a little bit funny, but if you think about it, you know that you want people to respect your stuff. You don't like it when people take your things without asking. You don't like it when people look in your desk or look at your papers. Let's have that same consideration for one another. Hands to yourself is a good rule, isn't it? Don't touch anything that belongs to somebody else. Don't listen in when other people are talking privately. Don't take things that don't belong to you. Always be sure you ask permission before you borrow things from one another, okay? That's rule number 4. It's called respecting each other's privacy. And the 5th one may seem kind of funny, but it can be a big help. Try to keep your stuff neat. Now you might think, how does that help me get along with other people? How does that help me respect other people? But we spend a long time every day in our classroom with each other, boys and girls. And if you keep your things neat, and I promise I'll try to keep my things neat, it's just one more way of saying we respect our school and respect each other. So I think we're going to have a wonderful year together, and I think these 5 magic rules will help.
Insects.